what Kat asked just now is basically asking this question that if you are religious, can you have sex? Can a woman with hijab, can a woman with decent be good in bed? Be enjoyable.
And can a woman who's interested in sexual pleasure, can she be a good woman?
Can she be a beriman? Good woman, right?
Basically, there is a disconnect between spirituality and sexuality. Basically, so we have to start with this one. Imam Ghazali in his Ihya Ulumuddin, and he said that the pleasure in lovemaking is a sign, it's like a window of the pleasure in the world hereafter. That's one. The other one is Arum Tentuan, that among his signs is that he has created for you mates from among you, so that you will have tranquility with him, with her, and that he has created through this mawaddah wa rahmah, love and mercy. So the summary of that verse is that Allah SWT has created meeting as a means to develop tranquility, love and mercy between couples, and Allah Himself says it as a sign. So this kind of sayings make the perception that spirituality and sexuality is incompatible. It's something which is wrong. In Islam, it's actually intertwined.
So sexual pleasure is part and parcel of how we have been created. I think this is linked to one of the questions that are we supposed to have fun in sex? In the book we quoted a hadith about one of the Sahaba who was about to get married, and he married an older woman, and then the Prophet said, why don't you marry a younger woman so that you can have fun with her? So it means that having fun is part and parcel of your sex life. So back to sex in Islam 101. And so basically, you know that the Prophet has a hadith that 3 witnesses of the man, and one of them is that when they have sex, he fulfills his desire before she fulfills her desire.
That's one of the men.
Another hadith that Prophet said, when you want to have intercourse, do not be like animal, but let there be a messenger between you. And what is the messenger? What's the Rasul? Is kissing and words of love.
MashaAllah.
Yes, there must be a lot of coaching, and then inclusive of this is you cannot be at 9 o'clock scold your wife. Why are you cooking this again? You know I don't like this. Too salty, scolding her, and say why is the house still so messy when I come back? And expect by 10 o'clock she be happy, calm, you know. She has no mood for not only that day, few weeks after that.
Exactly.
So men fail to understand that for women, that you need to really keep attention and take care of them. You know, where is the love in the relationship that you can just be so nasty and expect her to be turned on 1 hour later?
I want to add before I forget. So when she mentioned the hadith, the Prophet said that among the weakness of men, men are men who cannot satisfy his wife. So I think many of us may have seen this, and many of us who see this, us means men, will try to rationalize. Oh, of course, the Prophet don't mean literally, you know, because it's not possible. But you know, every time you make love and to a woman, and you have to satisfy the woman. But this is, for some reason, we want to rationalize it. But actually, this book written by our friend Habib Akandi, The Taste of Honey. So in this book, he explained that in the golden age of Islam, the Muslim men take it seriously. They don't give excuses, you know, that we cannot do so on and so forth. So much so that according to his book, he gives many examples. That in the early days of Islam, the scholars of Islam, those who are talking about fiqh, actually write about sex. One example given by him is the most famous that I can remember because it's famous is Imam Suyuti. Imam Suyuti is a very well-known faqih, but he also writes on erotology. So much so that he is known as the faqih of love. So the people who live closer to the Prophet didn't take that hadith lightly. Didn't give excuses actually. They take it seriously. He also wrote, Abi Bakandi also wrote, such that the Muslims who are in northern part of Africa, they take it so seriously that they develop this technique. They call it kundiaza. Kunyaza is a particular technique a man must know in their society.
And be skillful.
Be skillful to be able to satisfy the woman sexually. To such an extent that, and this is a bit too much lah. I mean, everything can be taken extremely. So to such an extent that a wife can complain and the husband can be divorced if she is not able to.
Give her orgasm.
But of course,
Yeah.
you
This is
always
in-
stay in
yeah.
between lah.
Oh no, okay, hold
This
on,
is
hold
in
on,
their
man.
culture.
So the point, just the point that we don't want you to take the extreme. The point that we want to make is that such hadith may be belittled by us for some reason, but those who were close to the Prophet, closer in their life during their life, they didn't give excuses. They take it very seriously. That's the point that we want to take.
Yes.